What's up YouTube? Israel back in another quick video. Well, today I'm going to do another unboxing, first impressions, and update video. This fragrance is also a candidate for a cheap but good fragrance from the house of Kenneth Cole. We have Blue. So Blue from the house of Kenneth Cole is a men's woody aromatic fragrance released in 2015. The nose behind this fragrance is Mathieu Nardin and is an eau de toilette concentration. Alright, let's check out the presentation. Alright, so here's the box for Kenneth Cole Blue. As you can see, not much going on with this box. We just have a light blue box. It says Blue here in Kenneth Cole. The blue is all around the box. Other than that, not too much going on with this box. Let's check out the bottle. Alright, so here's the bottle for Kenneth Cole's Blue. As you can see, we have a blue clear glass here. It says the name of the fragrance here and the house here. We have sort of a light blue metallic cap here. It is plastic. It's blue on the inside. Silver atomizer. Other than that, not much going on with this bottle. Alright, so here are the notes for Kenneth Cole's Blue. In the top we have lemon, bergamot, mandarin, pineapple, and elemi resin. In the mid we have mint, lavender, and ginger. And in the base we round things off with dry woods, cedarwood, ambrox, and musk. Yeah, so I don't know a lot about this fragrance. I did see this on Facebook. Somebody was talking about it, and someone called it an underrated gem. So that was all it took for me to really put this one on my radar. I did look it up online and it was very, very inexpensive. So like I mentioned before, this is a possible cheap but good fragrance video. I believe I paid on eBay. I got a 30 ml. This is a tiny little, tiny bottle for $15 shipped. The 50 ml goes for $23 shipped, and the 100 ml goes for $28 shipped. So if this is a good fragrance, those are really, really bargain bin prices. I don't remember seeing this one at Marshall's, but maybe it's been there because they do have quite a bit of Kenneth Cole fragrances at Marshall's and TJ Maxx. But I did get this one on eBay for super cheap. No one's going to be faking this fragrance, I don't imagine anyway. But yeah, so I heard it was really good. I heard it was very underrated, and not a lot of people were talking about it. And so I read a couple of comments a few weeks ago on Fragrantica, and it piqued my interest even more. And I was like, okay, maybe there's something to this one. I do know that Kenneth Cole fragrances lack in the performance department. They don't have good longevity and good projection. But I did read a couple of things here and there that sort of suggested it might last a little bit longer than the other ones. Some of the notes in here sound pretty good. We have all the citrus notes on top. I love there's pineapple in here. I love that there's mint, lavender, and ginger. I'm not a huge ginger fan, but if it's done right, it smells really nice and fresh. Can be pretty sexy as well. A lot of woody notes, the dry woods and the cedar wood. The ambrox kind of going down the line of a sauvage. I hope there's not a lot of ambrox in this. Again, I've said it in other videos, if they put a little bit of ambrox, it can actually work with it. But if they put too much in there, it can kill a fragrance for me, so I'm hoping it doesn't. And musk is always a nice addition in the base. So let's give this fragrance a first impression. All right. Clean hand, pop the cap. Okay, little sprayer, little 30 ml, tiny bottle here. Okay. Definitely getting all the citrus notes. Super citrusy, very lemony. The lemon stands out over all these citrus notes, so I'm definitely getting all of them. Nice, fresh opening. Very fresh, very citrusy. Getting a bit of that pineapple, a bit of that sweetness from the pineapple, so I'm getting that fruitiness from that. Decent little opening for a cheapie. Definitely piqued my interest with that opening. I mean, this smells very nice, very fresh, very inoffensive. Can't go wrong with an opening like this. A lot of fragrances on the market sort of have a similar opening, and it kind of goes in another direction. It'll get sweeter or it'll get warm, spicy. But this is a very, very nice opening. Not really sure how much you guys out there care about that. But for me, sometimes it can make or break a fragrance. But yeah, right now definitely impressed with the opening. Yeah, I'm getting the woods now. Slightly getting that ambroxan, but it's not over the top by any means. Yeah, when I pull my hand away and like some of the air mixes with what I'm getting from my hand, it actually smells nice and sweet, kind of powdery in the air. Not really sure where that's coming from, but I'm getting a nice powdery sweetness with this fragrance. Pretty sexy. Yeah, everything's just the right amount. Again, not a lot of ambrox. The woods aren't too in your face. The The citrus notes are great. They're amazing. They actually really make this fragrance. I'm getting the mint a little bit, sort of the mint that you get sort of in Eros. You know, if you can imagine separating all the sweet notes from that mint note. I'm getting that slightly in here. Gives a little bit of that green coolness, which is helping with everything. It's helping everything along here. Yeah, that ginger note is definitely there. Not getting it a whole lot. You know, sometimes you can pick up that kind of a copper sort of smell from ginger, and this one is done just right. Yeah, so just a few minutes in, I'm definitely enjoying this fragrance. Again, it is Kenneth Cole. It is, you know, $15 for a 30 mil, and you know, for 100 mil, 28 bucks. So we'll see where this one goes. Really nice fragrance, and I think right now the price is just an added bonus at this point. Smells like it might have some okay longevity for a fresh fragrance. I'm getting a little bit of an amber sweetness. Now this one says Ambrox. I did look on for a Granica, and that one sort of had like generalized notes, but in the base it did say amber. Now you guys can help me out there. I'm not an expert at these things. I don't think Ambrox and amber are the same thing that they are. Please correct me in the comments. You guys always do anyways. But right now I'm just telling you guys to correct me. But in on for Granica, it actually had like a picture of the like the resinous orange type of amber in this base. I'm sort of getting that right now. Now, I did sort of leave that out. If that's separate from Ambrox, which I'm thinking it is, I probably should add that back in there, because I'm getting sort of a kind of a powdery, kind of warm spiciness now, which is really nice. A little bit of a plastic note in there too. Not really sure where that's coming from. But right now, this one's still fresh, still woody, slightly warm spicy, which is a nice touch. I'm actually really enjoying this fragrance right now. Some could say this is very generic. Oh, it smells like every other fresh fragrance. You know, a lot of fresh fragrances use a lot of these same top notes, you know, for the freshness, a lot of the citrus notes, some of the pineapple. But something in this is giving it a bit of its own personality. Something in this I'm really liking right now. I think it's that warm spiciness that I'm getting right now. It's sort of, it's woody and warm spicy, and which makes me think it's going to get very nice and powdery in the air, which I mentioned a little bit of powderiness a couple of minutes ago. But this one is like, yeah, I don't know what stage this is in, but I'm really liking what stage this is in right now. This might be some of the mid, but I'm guessing it's starting to go towards the base right now. Some of those base notes are starting to shine a little bit more. But yeah, I'm really digging this fragrance, guys. It might be a hidden gem. Like I mentioned, I did read a couple of comments, and people were saying this one is under the radar fragrance, and no one's talking about this one. And so I think, man, for $28 for a big 100 ml bottle of this stuff, it might be something worth checking out. Obviously, I'm going to have to wear this one tonight and over the next few days, and give you guys an update shortly. Talk to you then. All right, y'all. Well, I'm back with my update for Kenneth Cole's Blue. Yeah, so I spent the last couple of days with this fragrance, and I gotta say, I do like this fragrance, especially for the price, and we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, if you guys go back to the first half of the video, I mentioned how it had a lot of citrus notes, had that pineapple in there to give it some fruitiness, had some marine notes as well to kind of give it that blue, the blue vibe, you know, it's kind of salty. Goes really well with the citrus notes, and the pineapple note kind of gives it a bit of a salty, kind of fruity smell. Really nice fragrance. I was very surprised by this one, especially that it's only 15 bucks. But yeah, you know, the opening was my favorite part. It does go into the amber phase after a little bit. I believe I mentioned that in the first half of the video as well. It does get a bit sweeter and warm, spicier with the amber, a little powderier as well. You know, I believe it's really nice, you know, having that warm, spicy dry down, because I do think this one kind of leads it to more occasions, and we'll get to that in a minute as well. But yeah, I really did like this fragrance, and I'm glad I got a chance to finally get my nose on it. Longevity for this fragrance was average to above average, considering it is an EDT, a freshie, and a blue fragrance. Usually those don't last very long, and I gotta be honest with you, I got about 7 to 8 hours of this fragrance. Might as well just go ahead and say 8 hours. I actually wore this one today, and I got a full 8-hour work day. When I got home and decided I want to do the update this evening, I still was getting it off of me. You know, we'll get to the projection in a minute, but the longevity was definitely there. 7 to 8 hours for sure. Got that consistently, and that's great for a cheap fragrance. Projection for this fragrance, well, contrary to the longevity, the projection was about average to maybe below average. Like I mentioned before, I was surprised with the longevity of the fragrance, being it is a fresh blue fragrance. And this one sort of kind of fell along, along the same categories as other blue fresh fragrances. Wasn't, booming off my skin. The first hour and a half, 2 hours were nice for this fragrance. Don't get me wrong. I was able to really get nice wafts of it in the first couple of hours. But it's definitely not going to fill a room. It's not beast mode by any means. But I would say this is probably below average to average projection for a blue fragrance. Seasons for this fragrance, so if you guys haven't guessed already, I'm going to say the warmer months of the year, spring, summer, probably early fall, especially here in Texas. It was still pretty cool here the last few days that I wore this fragrance. I don't know if I really gave it a fair shot, but I did get, like I mentioned before, decent longevity and projection in the cooler weather, so I could only imagine how this one was going to shine even better in the warmer to hotter weather. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But yeah, so hotter temperatures are going to be perfect for this fragrance. Occasions for this fragrance, well, I do think this fragrance will be safe enough for any occasion. I think it's fresh enough, with the opening for casual day wear, and, towards the dry down, I think that nice, warm, spicy powderiness would be good for evening wear, so casually and then dress down as well. Probably not strong enough for a club, but definitely all occasions besides the club be perfect for this fragrance. Ages for this fragrance, I'm going to say, are 18 and up. It has a lot to do with the price as well. This is super affordable. Like I mentioned before, 30 mil is $15, 50 mil, $23, 100 mil is $28. Very, very cheap. High schooler can afford this fragrance. It's also very fresh and blue, and has that nice powdery, sweet, warm, spicy dry down that's not going to offend anybody. I definitely think this would be safe enough to wear. 18 and up is, as high as you probably want to go with this fragrance. I think it's definitely safe for all ages. Overall, I'm going to say this is a cheap but good fragrance, guys. This was a really nice fragrance. I was very surprised by this one. It did check off a lot of boxes, in some of the categories that I look for in a fragrance in everyday use, let alone a cheap but good fragrance. The performance was there. Again, not beast mode, but first couple of hours is, decent projection, but the longevity really shined in this one, 7 to 8 hours. Got a full work day out of this one. So it lasted a long time. A very fresh opening, but a very sexy dry down. Nice and woody. To me, it's kind of soapy and slightly marine. Has the blue notes in there, kind of salty, but it's fruity and fresh, and goes into the dry down with the warm, spicy powderiness. You can wear this anywhere. Probably can't, wear it to the club, but pretty much any occasion, day or night, you can wear this fragrance. Again, not going to offend anybody at work. I think this is a really good fragrance for the price. I think this fragrance, if you're looking for something for the upcoming spring and summer that's inexpensive, that's going to get somewhat good performance, and, it's just very pleasant to wear, not offensive at all, you might want to try Blue from the house of Kenneth Cole. I do think this is a cheap but good fragrance, if not cheap but great fragrance. Those don't happen all the time. I was glad that I saw that Facebook post that actually reminded me, and put in my mind to really keep my eye out for this one. And I'm happy that I got my hands on it. I did put a nice dent in that bottle, if you guys can see that. Decent, maybe a good, 3-4 mil, but the sprayer is really nice in this one. You get a lot of juice, for the sprays. Guys, I think this is going to be a really nice fragrance in the upcoming spring and summer. So, please, if you can, I'll leave it, like I said, I'll leave the links below. If you have some extra money lying around and you just want to wear something that's, very easy to wear, it's not going to offend anybody around you, it's super affordable, you might want to try Kenneth Cole's Blue. Alright guys, now it's your turn. What are your thoughts on Kenneth Cole's Blue? Do you like it, do you love it, do you hate it? Let me know your experience with this fragrance down in the comments below. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching the video on my channel. If you like this video, please click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and turn on those notifications for future First Impressions videos and fragrance related content just like this. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, Dollars and Cents. There, you'll find fragrance related photos and future contest winners. And finally, I wanted to say that I hope you guys are staying safe out there. I know we have a lot of stuff going on in the world right now, a lot of scary stuff. So thank you guys for watching my videos. I just really hope that they can take your mind off of the current situation, at least for a little while. Just thank you guys for all the support. You guys stay safe out there. Until next video, you guys take care. Thanks.